Hello everybody, welcome to Magnolia Monday. We're going to watercolor this really pretty stencil up on one of Magnolia's 12 by 10 boards. I'm going to go ahead and fuzz up my stencil, and then we're going to go ahead and put it on our board. And this is one way you can really do something different with these stencils here. I like to use ink when I put my stencil down if I'm going to watercolor over it, because that way my chalk paint doesn't run. But you can use chalk paint for the first time if you make sure you have it good and dry before you start to watercolor over it. Now I'm just taking the black ink and I'm putting in everything that's mainly, these is just an outline. You're just going to see the white places filled with the black ink. They have a lot of stencils that you can do this with. If you remember, I did one with the barn a few months ago. Well, actually, I guess it was last year I did the barn, and it turned out really, really pretty. So once I have this down, I'm going to peel it up. I'm getting all my excess off. And there we have our, basically we have our outline. Now it takes a little while longer to dry your ink. Once we have it dry though, we're going to take it and we're going to take these little bitty dishes that you can get from Magnolia Design Company. And we're just going to mix up a little bit of each of the paste with some water. And we're going to watercolor in that flower. I'm going to use a green. This was an army green, and I used a little bit of the army of the green and a little bit of the vintage sage because I wanted one more like the magnolia green, and I was out of the magnolia green. We're going to mix those up and use them. And then we're going to use a really pretty peach color. I think it's called Peachy Keen. And these are all their chalk paste. And you see there I've got it mixed up with a little bit of water and making it really loose. And I'm just taking a brush and brushing in my petals. And I'm going to use several different colors in here. I am actually using this peach color. I'm going to use the soft yellow. We're going to use a little bit of the gold glitter, or the metallic gold, I should say. And we're going to make just different colors here, and I'm going to vary the shades of each one of these. I actually have a little bit of pink there. I'm going to put in with that orange and make it a little bit more of a salmon pink color. This turned out to be so cute. I really do like this. Now, don't worry about all of you covering up any of your lines, because we will put our transfer back over this and we'll put our lines back on. You can see that difference in color there once I get it all up together. And just have fun doing it. You can outline a lot of these different projects like this. I didn't even need to go back over my lettering. I did though when I put the stencil back on. And I really didn't even need to. Now I'm making some of these a little bit lighter with a little bit more water. And just going in, and I've got some little spaces, little white spaces in between that I'm going to fill up with a little bit of gold here in just a minute. And it's more of a rose gold that we're using. Now I'm going to go ahead and dry those colors down. And I'm just adding a little bit of water in there to kind of lighten up some areas. I think this turned out really cute. And now we're pulling out our gold chalk paste. And this is the glittering gold. And I'm just putting a little bit of water with it just to thin it out. And I'm just highlighting some different areas in there, making sure I get some right in the center and some up toward the top. And I got just a little bit more. I was needing just a little bit more in there. And I'm just covering up any little white spaces that I see just to give it a little bit of glitter in there. And it doesn't look like glitter. It's just really pretty when you get it all done. I really do like this project here. Once we have that done, we're going to dry our top. And now we're going to work on our flower, our stems and our leaves here. And I just mixed up these two colors, and you can see where I got a whole different color there. And I'm going to make my leaves a little darker. And we'll come back and put a little bit of highlight in them as we go to some of them here. Just have a little variation in our color. And I saw where I had a little speck on there, and I'll have to cover that up with some white paint. I think this turned out to be really pretty. Now this one's a little bit lighter. And we're also going to take a really thin brush and we're going to do our stem all the way down from the top of the bottom of the flower all the way down to the bottom of our board here. Like I said, this is a magnolia surface here. They have a couple of different shapes of this, different sizes. And if you're interested in these stencils, I'll have a link in the comments here. And if you are a crafter and you're looking to make some extra income, this is one way to do it. You do get a 35% discount on everything they offer by becoming a Magnolia creator. Now we're going to lay our stencil back over the top, and I'm lining it up. I had to stand up to do this because you want to make sure you've got it lined up. And you just kind of pick a place and just start working with it. And really all I've got to do is just go over all my little openings there. I don't have to do the whole thing like I did before. I'm just taking the little tool here and just going over all the little spots that's going to outline. And like I said, I really didn't even need to go over this one. And I pulled up my paste when I did this, and I had to go back and fix my little A in the word at the bottom in Grace. Here I decided here this was just getting a little monotonous taking my little one. And once I got down to this point, I decided to go ahead and do as much as I can and start with a squeegee here in just a minute. This is such an easy way to make a cute little sign or a little home decor piece. You actually could even use this stencil with some ink on a shirt. Once I have this down, I'm going to go ahead and take my squeegee here in just a second, make sure I get all of my lines covered in that area because there's lots of little intricate pieces in there. And I'm going to go down and do the verse reference at the bottom too as well. I think this turned out so cute. And you can see it took up my A here, but I did go back in and put the A in. It just took a little bit to fix it there. It didn't take a whole lot to fix it. I'm just taking a thin brush and just etching that A back on. And I kind of fixed my end just a little bit. I think that turned out really, really cute. I hope you guys all enjoyed this. This is a quick, easy way, like I said. And I'm just showing you how you can easily go in and fix anything that doesn't come through or that it pulls up. It's an easy, easy fix. And it was just at certain little places through here. I wanted to make sure I had it all highlighted. And really, you don't have to be that perfect. You can just do what you want to do. I'm extending out the black on one of those leaves because it wasn't on there. We're going to give this a good dry. I'm still messing with that A, and I just wasn't satisfied with it, but I did get it to where I liked it. Sometimes it doesn't pay to try to make anything perfect. It all turns out good. Have a great evening, everybody. And like I said, if you're interested, just send me a message. Goodbye, everybody.